Hello? Oh my god, you guys. I just woke up. I totally crashed out. It's like 4:26. I fell asleep so early. Alex just woke up in the middle of the night and he was like, babe. He was like, did you do your thing? And I was like, and I was sleeping so well. I was like in such a good dream. And I go, what thing? And he goes, your thing, your vlog. I go, what? This was our conversation, okay? We're both half asleep. He goes, did you go do your drive around thing? I go, what's my drive around thing? Do you know, like when you're asleep and you're like, I have no idea what somebody's talking about? And he goes, your thing where you drive around and you record it. And I went, oh shit, what time is it? Oh well, that's what I get for putting it off all day long when I didn't really have anything to do. So, yeah, it's like almost 4:30 in the morning. I crashed out at like super early last night, right after RuPaul's Drag Race. Oh my gosh. What did I do? It seems like super dark since I got this new camera. Do you guys think it does? Is it harder to see? I don't know why that is. Okay, let me tell you about my day. Well, first of all, I got up and I went into my office, got a coffee, went to my office, and I wrote for like an hour and a half. I just really did not feel, I wasn't in the greatest mood to write today. It wasn't that I wasn't in the greatest mood, I just didn't feel super creative today. And so, I wrote for like an hour and a half, and then I left. And, I had gone to Costco yesterday to get contacts, and my, prescription was like, it had just expired on like the 7th. So I was like, damn it. And I was like, I have to get a new eye prescription now, which is fine. But, so I said to the woman, I said, is there, like, do you guys have any appointments today? And, cause just for my eye check, like just for contacts and stuff like that, I just go through like Costco or like, you know, one of those places. So anyway, she was like, no, we're booked today. She was like, you know, you can't expect to come. She was real rude to me. She was like, you can't expect to come in here and just get these. I'm telling you right now, like, I've never had any complaints with Costco whatsoever. Never in my life have I ever had any complaints with Costco, except for their eye department. Like the optometrist or whatever she is. She's I don't know. She is so rude that works in that place, and the woman that works for her, it's like a little one-man operation that they have going on over there, is so rude too. And she was like, you can't just walk in here and expect an appointment. And I was like, okay. I said, some places take walk-ins. I didn't know. So that was yesterday. So today, when I left my office, I went straight to Target. I have like 3 friends of mine that are eye doctors, and I just did not, like one of my really good friends, but he lives in Florida, but like 2 other friends of mine here in town that are eye doctors, and I just didn't really, to be honest with you, want to call in a favor and be like, hey, can you get me in today? And like, you know, I just didn't want to be that friend. And so I went to Target, and they were so nice. And it was funny because the woman, the doctor that ended up doing my eye exam at Target, she used to work with my friend that now lives in Florida, and he's an eye surgeon, but she used to work with him, and she's like, oh my god, I used to work with her. She was like, is your friend so-and-so? And I was like, yeah, how did you know? She goes, he's a colleague of mine, I used to work with him. And I was like, oh, that's so crazy. But they were so friendly in there, and she told me that the eye department at Target is actually not part of the eye, like in Indiana, like you can't be part, you're not like, they don't hire you, like Target doesn't hire you, even though it seems like it's part of Target, it's actually separate from Target. And it's like, there's reasons why. She was explaining it to me. She's like, well, it's because they don't want, I don't know how to explain it anyway, something to do with, you might, I don't know, the way that you like get customers or something, or you might follow policies or something because of what Target tells you to do, not because of what you believe or something like that. I don't know. So anyway, and she was super nice. And afterwards, these two girls, they were so sweet. They were probably like, I don't know, in their early 20s, and they were like helping me. And I had on those key sunglasses, and this one girl was she was so cute. She was this blonde girl, and she was like trying to be so professional, and they were both like just absolutely just sweethearts. And they were trying to totally upsell me on, 5 pairs of glasses and $400 of contact. I was like, look, all I need is this. I just need to pay for the eye exam so I can go to Costco and I can get some contacts. And she's like, well, if you get them here, they're cheap. I was like, no, they're cheaper at Costco, honestly. And I said, they're probably cheaper if I, use one of those contact places online. But anyway, I like put on my sunglasses, and she goes, oh my God, I love your sunglasses. Where did you get those? And, oh no, she came over to me, and she was like, when I was sitting down, and she was like going over all my information, and she was like, she and this other girl were like so friendly to me, and she was like, how did your eye appointment go? And I said, oh, because they fit me in. I was like a walk-in, and they got me in like literally within like 5 minutes. And she goes, isn't she so nice? She goes, I want to be an eye doctor, and I want to be an eye doctor just like her. She was like, I love her. She's so nice to me. Oh, no. And then I had said, because I had said to the other girl that was helping me, she said something about, how did you find this place? I said, well, my best friend came here, because Tanya went to Target, and she loved it. And I said, and so I came here. I said, I had gone to Target, or I had gone to Meijer. I said, but the woman over there is so rude. And the girl looked up, and she goes, isn't she so rude? And then she like hurried over, and she goes, I want to be a doctor someday. She goes, isn't the doctor here so nice? And I said, she's so nice. I said, she was really, really sweet. And she was like the nicest doctor like I've been to in a long time for anything. She was like, I want to be an eye doctor just like her someday. It was so cute. And so anyway, when I was checking out, of course, looking like total rough shit, right? Because I did not put myself together today. I threw up those sunglasses, and she goes, shut up, I love your sunglasses. And I was like, thanks. And she was like, she goes, what do you do for a living? And I go, I do lots of things. And she goes like, what? And I said, and I was like telling her all these different things that I do. And I was like, and I write books. And I said, I make YouTube videos. She goes, you make YouTube videos? She goes, what's your name? What's your channel name? And I go, it's my name, Peter Monn. I actually have 4 channels, now 5. And she goes, oh my God. She goes, I'm gonna have to look you up. She was like, what kind of videos do you make? And I looked at her and I go, well, that channel that you're going to look at, I go, is really like drama about YouTubers, mostly like beauty influencers. Whenever I say that to people and they ask, they just kind of look at me like they have no idea what I'm talking about. So, but they were so friendly to me. What did that have to do with the sunglasses? Oh, that's how we got on the YouTube thing. She was like, I love your sunglasses. And I was like, thank you so much. I was like, this company like reached out and sent them to me because I had talked about them in a video. I make YouTube videos. Shut up! You make YouTube? That's how that's how we got on the YouTube video thing. So anyway, but she was adorable. She was so sweet. They were both very, very sweet. I told the other girl, I said, I don't know how you work in here, because they have like the most gorgeous frames in that place. They have like, I love like Ray-Ban frames, although I don't think they're very comfortable, but I love them. I have a pair and I don't love them. And I said, I'm my God, you have so many great frames in here. She's like, yeah. She's like, I always come in here the day before my appointment and I try on a bunch. I thought, well, I try them on all day long. And then I left there and this little Rich's gas station right here that I'm passing that you guys can't see has the best Diet Pepsi fountain pops in the world. And then after that, so Alex entered this contest, this giveaway, to win like a bathroom makeover. And so he had texted me like yesterday and he was like, so babe, this guy's gonna come out there tomorrow and he wants to meet with us and like go over what we want with the bathroom. And yes, we are getting our bathroom done eventually, but like not right now because that's a very expensive thing to get done and we just don't have that kind of money right now. And so he was like, are you, will this time work for you? And I was like, yeah. I go, what is this that you're talking about? And he was like, well, I entered this giveaway and like to be entered into the giveaway, you have to have them come and do like a free evaluation. I go, this is a scam. And he goes, what do you mean? And then my husband's so innocent. It's very sweet. Like he just does, I mean, it's interesting because he's very cynical about things, but then like there are other things that like he doesn't see, you know, that are like right in front of his face. I said, this is bullshit. It's like, you know, okay, yeah, they probably are doing a giveaway on what, like $200 off of a makeover, a bathroom makeover. I go, but this is just their way to get into our house to do a bathroom pitch for us. And he was like, okay, but either way, we want to have like our bathroom redone. And he was like, this will be, you know, like a good way to get. I said, that's fine. I honestly, in my life, I'm just trying not to fight things. So I was like, if this will make Alex happy, then we'll do it, right? So he texted me today and he was like, can you do 5:30 instead of 6:30? And I was like, sure. Like, I don't have 5,000 other things going on today. Let me just throw a bathroom evaluation in the middle of all that. See, that's the reality of marriage right there. So I was like, yeah, whatever. So I'm sitting there and I come home and I had like made my video, this Manny Mua palette giveaway thing. And I was sitting there and I was like just waiting for him to come home, and they like both walked in the door together. He like parked behind Alex and he came in and was like this really nice guy, and he was probably, I don't know, 60, 65. And he was like, hi, how are you? And I was like, I'm good. And he was like, I said, I'm Peter. And he was like, oh, it's nice to meet you. And so, and then he just kind of stood there and he like looked around the house and then he kind of like looked at us. And I was like, so how should we start this? And he goes, can I sit down for a moment? And I go, absolutely. Now I'm at the same time that this is going on. That stupid yellow light. Seriously? Well, it doesn't have anything to do with that movie thing, because that didn't work, like I said, and I didn't look it up today because I was too busy doing bathroom evaluations. So he goes, would you mind if I sat down? And I go, no, not at all. So he sat down and he's sitting there and he's talking to Alex and I, but mostly me. And this is a little thing in the whole age gap relationship thing that like people, like this does piss me off, is that whenever we're doing something like serious, like if we're doing like a house remodel or we're going somewhere to buy a car or whatever, Alex can be the one that it's for. Like he could be the one getting the car and it could be his money or whatever. Or we're equal partners. I mean, financially, we split things right down the middle. So if we're getting a bath remodel, you know, like he's paying for half of it too. That's just how we do our finances. And they always look at me. They always just sit there and look at me like, okay, here's the old man. He probably knows. And so this guy is like, I'm like, I don't even, like, to be honest with you, I don't even want you here. Like, seriously, like, I'm so bored with this, right? So, I was going to make a rant video about this, and I may, but anyway, I'll make it short in case I do a rant video on it. So this guy like starts telling us all this kind of stuff. And he's like, these are the different things that we do. These are the different remodelings that we do. Blah, 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 blah. So half an hour goes by. It's now 7 o'clock, right? And I said, so finally I kind of like, he like took a breath for like a second. He was like, and I go, when should we go look at our bathroom? And he goes, okay, we can go do that right now. And I'm like, okay, it's been a half an hour. Alex told me this would be 20 minutes max. So I'm looking at Alex, and when the guy starts walking up the stairs, I said, I thought you said this was 20 minutes. And he goes, they told me it wouldn't be any longer than 20 minutes when I called and I scheduled the appointment. And I had said to Alex on the phone, I said, you know this is a scam, right? I said, like, we're not winning any bathroom. We're just not. And he goes, well, whatever. He goes, at least we get an evaluation, and that way we know what kind of price point we're looking at on a bathroom. When all we really want done with our bathroom is a new shower, and we want our wall painted, and we want our cabinetry painted, and we want new hardware. That is it, okay? I already know price point, how much cabinets and hardware would cost. Not a lot. All we want is a new shower. We want it like cut back like a foot, and we want like a really nice shower put in. That's it. We don't even care if the bathtub works, which it doesn't. But anyway, so we go upstairs to the bathroom, and he's like taking measurements, and he's taking like pictures, right, of our shower and all this kind of stuff. But he's like, oh no, oh, this is bad. Like, this is what he's saying the whole time as he's like looking at our bathroom. Okay, mind you, haven't cleaned the bathroom in like 2 weeks because I didn't know we were having a bathroom evaluation, or I would have had the bathroom cleaned. And he's like, oh no, this is bad. Oh, this is really bad. This is so bad. I'm like standing there, I'm like so tired. Get this guy out of our house. So anyway, this goes on. Okay, so the bathroom evaluation takes like a half an hour. Part of us being up there, and then he's like, well, just let me do measurements, and then he was like, I'll come back downstairs. Oh, we were like, okay. So at this point, it's like 7:30. It's been like an hour that he's been there, right? And we're sitting there, and he was like, okay. He goes, well, first of all, I need to go to my car. Well, he's standing there, and I'm like ready to, I wanted to watch movies tonight. I wanted to watch The Strangers, and I wanted to watch this Love, Simon thing. Alex had to run downtown to help a friend pick out outfits for a music festival. So he needed to get down there so he could get back and that we could watch movies together. This was supposed to be our movie night, right? So this guy is standing there. He's just kind of standing there. We're sitting there waiting for him, right? And he goes, oh, by the way, Boo and Tucker I have put in their house, because I didn't want them like running and jumping up on him. I thought it would be easier just to have, pee out and whatever. So I put them in their house. They are barking nonstop. Okay, like, I mean, literally nonstop. So he's like standing there with his, hand on his side, and he goes, this is a pretty nice place you got around here. And I said, thanks. And Alex kind of laughs, and I'm getting ready to watch, he goes, let me run out to my car and grab some of my things that I need. And I'm like, what could you possibly need? Is this thing not almost done? So he comes back in, and he has this huge box. And I go, and Alex can't see him because he's like around the corner. And I go, wow, you have a lot of things. And he was like, yeah, I always like to come prepared when I'm doing a presentation. And I go, a presentation? And he was like, yeah. He was like, have a seat. So we sit back at this table again, right? I now see that my video is completely uploaded and done. And I now want to watch it back to see if it's ready to go, live. And so now I'm like really ready to be in a hurry. Plus, I wanted to make my Peterson's video, and I wanted to make a booktube video, which I never got to make because it got too late. So anyway, so he sits there and he's like going through some stuff, and he breaks out this book, okay, with this laminated pictures on it. And now, mind you, this guy is like really, really nice, okay? Like, he's a super nice guy. And so I'm being real patient with this. Well, he's like got the book turned to us. I'm sitting over here, but he's really talking to me. Alex is sitting to his left. And so since he can't see Alex really, Alex is like texting this friend of his about like, okay, when am I going to come down there and something. He's like, and Alex is like being respectful. He's like, picks up his phone, and he's like, and then he puts his phone down, and he's like, oh, shower grout. Oh, okay. Tiles. Okay. It was like, and this guy's going through, and we've been in business for 37 years. He was like, have you ever known a business that's been for 37 years? No, I haven't. Oh, you haven't? Now, what would you think about a business that's been together for 37 years? You'd probably trust that business, wouldn't you? Page turn. It was all these statues, or not all these statues, all these trophies. These are all the awards we've won for being best business in the year. Now, do you know which one of these awards is my favorite? Do you know which one of these awards means the most to me? No, I can't imagine. This one right here. He's like, do you know why this one means the most to me? I was like, I have no idea. He was like, we won it 4 straight years. We're the only one. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on and all this kind of stuff, right? So, we're literally, I'm not even lying to you, okay, about a third of the way through the book, and it's been another half an hour. So we're now an hour and a half into this thing, okay? And I looked at him and I said, can I interrupt you really quick? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I go, are you gonna like write up some kind of like estimate on like, I mean, I had never in my life seen anything like this, okay? You know, I've had a lot of people like come out and give estimates and that kind of thing, right? I had never in my life seen anything like this. I said, are you gonna give, oh, no. Alex said, do you think it's possible for us to kind of jump to the part where you like start talking to us about giving us an estimate or something like this? Now, it's been an hour and a half, okay? I thought, you do not talk to my husband this way and get away alive. I'm just going to tell you. He looked at Alex and he sat back and he goes, are you in a hurry? And I was like, oh, fuck no. Did you just say that? Like, seriously? That is the rudest shit I've ever heard. He looks at, he goes, and Alex very coolly goes, actually, I kind of am. And he has some videos that he needs to make. He goes, he has some business that he wants to do outside of this house. And he goes, we do have some things to do. And the guy goes, and I said, well, yeah, I said, we just are a little confused. Like, how much longer are you? He goes, oh, we've got at least another hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. I said, excuse me? I mean, I was literally blown away. And he goes, well, we haven't even started talking about different products that you want to purchase, possible different, you know, material. Oh, it shut off. Okay. I have no idea what is making this so, I mean, the color situation in here recently has been so strange. Like, oh, obviously my camera cut off, you saw that. But, like, I have a black t-shirt on. Oh, I have red shorts on. I wonder if that's why it is. But you couldn't see that in the camera. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we're sitting there at this table, and this guy, and he's going on and on and on, and Alex is like, you know, like, when can we get this estimate? And he was like, are you in a hurry to go somewhere? Or do you have some, no, he goes, do you have some place to go? And I was like, did he just say that? Like, it was so snappy. And so Alex is like, yeah, and I was going to go to this meeting with Tanya tonight. And he goes, yeah, he was like, I actually do have some place I need to go. And he was like, and he wanted to make some videos. And then he has something that he has to go do. And he was like, and the guy goes, oh, he goes, well, we've got at least another, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours. And I looked at him and I go, an hour and a half or 2 hours? And he was like, yeah, these things are minimum of 2 hours to do an evaluation. I go, oh, I said, and I could just see Alex, like, he was boiling. And I was so, like, this is where, like, okay, marriage counseling has really worked. Because I just wanted to look at him and go, I told you so. See, I told you so, and that's why you got us in this situation right now. But that wasn't going to do any good for either one of us, you know? So I said, well, listen. And he goes, well, I'm not going to rush through my presentation. He goes, you haven't even looked at products yet. You haven't even looked at materials that you might want to use. I said, hey, this is where you share your truth, okay? I said, can I ask you a question? And he goes, oh, and Alex had already said to him in the bathroom when I had come downstairs, he said, we're just doing this because we entered the contest, the giveaway. So I looked at him and I said, can I ask you a question? He goes, yeah. And I go, by the way, let me just put this in perspective, okay? My friends Melissa and Jason are slowly redoing their whole entire house. They use top-of-the-line contractors and things like that, right? They just had their entire bathroom, which is almost the exact same size as ours, redone. It is gorgeous, okay? They had the whole thing redone. I know the price point that they paid for it, okay? So I said, let me ask you a question. I said, are you guys doing a giveaway? And he goes, yes. And I said, well, see, now we entered this giveaway, okay? We're not in a position right now to purchase a new bathroom or to get working on this, okay? My husband thought it might be fun to see what an estimate would be on a new bathroom in case that's the next thing that we want to get done in our house, something we've been talking about anyway. And I said, but really, I said, we just did this because this was part of the giveaway. And I had said to him when Alex told me, I said, you know, this is a scam. This is what they do, right? Like, I've had I've entered these things years ago when I thought, oh, I'm going to win this, I'm going to win that. And it's like those things when you go on vacation and you like get, 4 nights and whatever, and then you have to sit through those lectures. Like, I've never done that, but I've had friends of mine that have had to do that, and they're like, oh my God, it was such a scam. I'm like, well, how did you not know it wasn't a scam? Like, I would have seen that as a scam a mile away. It was the same thing, okay? I mean, do I think that they're doing a giveaway? Absolutely. Do I think that it was really like a way for them to get out there and do an evaluation on your bathroom so they can give you an estimate and a price point so that you really in your head want to have a brand new bathroom? Yes, because I could see my husband, it happening to him as we were sitting there. He wanted a new bathroom, right? And why wouldn't he? We all do. So I said to this guy, I said, well, see, I said, we really just wanted to do this because of this giveaway. I said, we're not really in a position right now to be purchasing a new bathroom. And he goes, you aren't? And I go, no. I said, I thought that was understood when my husband made the appointment, when he shared with you upstairs in the bathroom that we were doing this just for the giveaway, and now I'm sharing it with you. And he was like, oh, well, I was here for an evaluation, and he got really rude really quick. I mean, he had been like Mr. Sunshine up to that point, and then he was like, like, you're wasting my time. I said, excuse me? I said, first of all, I wanted to say, you're in my home to be talking to me that way. I said, listen. I said, we might down the road want to do a bathroom and, whatever. I said, is there any way that you could give me like low ball, high ball it so that we can have an idea? All we want is a new shower, okay? We'd already gone through and kind of like pointed out some things we wanted and explained it to him. I mean, this had now been an hour and a half, right? We're now going on 2 hours with this conversation. And I said to him, I said, he goes, well, I'm not allowed to do that. The office won't let me do that. I go, okay, between you and I said, because I'm going to be honest with you, like, that will help us know a lot whether, this is something that we could afford to do right now. And he goes, well, I shouldn't do this, but if you keep it between us, which I'm not saying who the company is, right? He goes, lowball, probably around 10. High end, probably about 12. And Alex goes, 12,000 for a shower? For our shower? The guy looked at him and did not crack, a face or anything, and was like, yeah. And he goes, and Alex goes, oh, I didn't realize it was going to be that expensive. Well, I wanted to say, I didn't realize it would be that expensive either. Like, that's a lot of money for a shower. Not an entire bathroom rehaul, okay? Not tile being pulled up and regrouted. Not new cabinetry and sinks. Just a shower. And I looked at him and I go, that's really high. And he goes, I will be honest with you. We're probably one of the more expensive, if not the most expensive companies out there. But let me ask you something. After everything you know, and he opens this book again, and he points to these trophies. And he goes, after everything you know, would you use us? And I said, absolutely. And he goes, you would? And I said, oh, absolutely, I would use you. I said, but let me tell you something. I said, we got some things going on here today. We're already, almost at 2 hours. I said, we just didn't realize it was going to take this long. I said, why don't you give me your card? And I said, and then, in a month or two, when we're ready to sit down and really go through with this, he goes, now, he goes, we got to schedule another appointment today. I said, oh, no. I said, we don't know how busy we are. We don't know what day. He goes, no, I'm not allowed to leave here without scheduling another appointment or without, and I'm thinking, this poor man is fighting for his life, right? Like, he is fighting for his job right now. And I said, what do you have to do so that you don't get into any trouble, that you've done your job and whatever? He goes, well, I have to either leave. He goes, what if I just tell him that he just got up and left in the middle of the appointment? I go, what? He goes, what if I just tell him that Alex, first of all, okay, this dude would not say husbands. He wouldn't say anything. Like, he would not, like, refer to us as a couple in any way. It was so obvious that he was, like, uncomfortable with the fact that we were a couple, which I would never hire a company that was uncomfortable with us being a gay couple. I just wouldn't, period, okay? Period. You ain't getting my $12,000, okay, if you don't like the gays. You're just not. So anyway, he is like, well, what if I just say that he got up and just left in the middle of the appointment? I go, excuse me? And Alex just looked at him and he goes, no, I'm not okay with that. He goes, we entered a contest. And I like looked at Alex. I was like, you do realize that we're so far out of this contest at this point, right? We've just wasted 2 hours of our entire lives. So, but yeah, there's Alex still wanting this giveaway. He thinks we're still winning this magical bathroom that never existed to begin with, right? So anyway, I said to the guy, I go, no, I'm not okay with that. And he goes, well, they're going to call him and ask him why I didn't reschedule. I said, well, why don't you just tell him the truth and say that we didn't know that it was going to be. He goes, oh, no. He goes, I either have to book a job or I have to reschedule an appointment to come back out here and continue talking to you about this. I go, well, what if people just say no? And he goes, people don't say no. And I thought, I'm sure they don't. After 4 hours of you being in their house, they can't get you out. So they're like, yes, we'll buy your most expensive shower in the entire world. So anyway, I said, we'll call. He goes, when will you call? I said, I don't know, like July or August. We're not really even, that stupid light is on again. I said, we're not even really looking at doing this till like August or September if we even start anything with our bath, which is true. We had talked about that, that we were going to start like late August, early September with our home repairs. And he goes, well, let's just schedule something right now. And I thought, oh my fuck, I cannot get this dude out of my house. Like, get out of my house. So anyway, I go, no, I'm not scheduling. And then I was just like, just schedule it and cancel it. Like, that's what we should just do, right? So he goes, so Alex goes, I'll talk to them. He goes, okay, well, here's the situation. He goes, if you, or he's like, okay, here's what you need to do. When you call back to reschedule the appointment, you have to tell them that you want them to send me out and nobody else. Because if they send somebody else besides me, you won't do the job with them. And I go, what? And he goes, you have to tell them that if they send, like if it's my day off and I'm not there and they send anybody else out to do the evaluation besides me, tell them you won't do it unless I'm the one that comes out to your house. And then I felt like real bad for him. I was like, this is real desperate, right? And I go, okay. And I go, yeah, that's fine. And so then he like turned around and he started like putting his book back into this big box that he had and stuff like that. And he was like, but another thing? He was like, I don't know how comfortable I am that you guys didn't tell me from the very beginning. And I go, excuse me? And he goes, well, you guys just kind of led me to believe that you wanted this evaluation. And Alex goes, I made it very clear with the people on the phone when we scheduled the appointment that this was only for the giveaway. And I had looked at him at one point. I don't know if I've said this, but I said to him, I said, let me ask you a question. Are you doing a giveaway? And he goes, yes. I go, that's why we were having you out here. I said something like that. So anyway, and he goes, well, and had I known that, I might not have even come out here for the evaluation. Now, I want to tell you, at this point, it is now like, he got out there at 5:30. It is now like 8:15. So he's been out there now for like 2 hours and 45 minutes, okay? So like 5:30, 7:30, yeah. Because Alex left about like 8:20. He's now been out there for like 2 hours and 45 minutes, okay? That we have just blown of our time. And he's like just kind of looking around the house, and he's like, now, let me tell you, there are some other things I think that you might want to have done with your house. I said, no, see, this is why I don't want to get it started. I said, because this is like a money pit. And I said, and once we start working on one thing, and we get a contractor into this house, y'all are going to want to just fix everything. I said, I think we need to end the appointment at this point. He goes, but don't. He goes, now don't. Now promise me that if you call out there, when you call out there to reschedule the appointment, because they're going to call Alex, they're going to call you and want to know why we didn't, like, seal the deal. And Alex is like, okay. Like, Alex is like, I could give a shit at this point, you know? And he's like, just tell him that you got up and just left in the middle of the appointment, because that's what I'm going to tell him. And Alex is like, okay, I can tell him that. I'm like, this, like, you're just going to tell, like, what? Like, this is the weirdest shit ever, right? So now we, the customer, are the ones that are supposed to look like the asshole because your sale is so long. It was too much for me. But at the same time, I felt so bad for the guy, you know? So I literally, like, walked him out the door. And I was like, now, do you understand how to get out of our neighborhood? He goes, yeah, I got Google Map, don't I? I was like, okay. Oh, my God. So then Alex went, and he went to his friend's house to help her pick out festival outfits. And by that point, it was too late to go to the meeting with Tanya, which I found out she didn't even go to the meeting anyway. And, yeah, that was my day. I think I was more heated the second time than I was the first time. We won't be using their... Alex goes, would you really use them? I said, no. I said, they're extremely expensive. And he was like, well, they said all this kind of stuff about lifetime warranty. I said, yeah, any good business should tell you that. Like, those are not just him. Like, those are things that I would look for with anybody that was doing the job. He was like, really? I go, yeah, I wouldn't hire anybody that wasn't going to do something like that, would you? And he goes, well, I hadn't really thought about it. Oh, because, like, one of the things he talked about was, like, liability insurance, and he was like, this is, like, the most important thing, and all this kind of stuff. And Alex is like, I didn't even know about that. And I said, well, I did, because I've, you know, had a lot of contractors that I've worked with, and, you know, had a lot of friends that were contractors. And he was like, is that, like, typical? And I said, yeah, you shouldn't have anybody working in your house unless they have liability insurance, or you could end up getting sued for everything that you own if they fall or get hurt or something in your house. And he was like, oh, okay. I said, so for him to use it as a selling point was really not very fair to us. But anyway, and then Alex said, well, I mean, if we win this bathroom, I looked at him, I go, you do realize we're not winning any bathroom, right? Like, we just went through 2 hours and 45 minutes. He goes, you don't think that there's a possibility we'll win it? And I go, no. No, I really don't think we're going to win the bathroom. I said, I don't think there is a bathroom to win. I think it's probably like $200 off of a $12,000 shower. That's what I think it is, you know? I said, and don't be entering any more of those sweepstakes, okay? Please just don't. That we have to, like, have these evaluations and things for, and for each, it's too much. So he left and did that, and then he was down there for a couple hours, and I filmed my Peterisms video. I ran on the front porch, and then I waited for Alex to get home, and then we watched RuPaul's Drag Race together, and then I went to bed. And I was going to lay down for half an hour, and Alex goes, please don't turn your alarm on. I go, okay, I won't. And I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. It's now 5:12. 5 o'clock in the morning. Where you going to be? Outside on the corner. But I got some good sleep. So I had a good day. Did you guys have a good day? How was your day? I mean, it was kind of like a waste of time, but that's like one of those things that, like, one of those stories that happens in life that you'll, like, always remember with your partner, you know, you'll have that story to tell down the road, so it's kind of fun. But anyway, it was a good day. And I'm watching The Staircase on Netflix. Oh my God, it is so good, you guys. And, but I feel like I have this weird, innate kind of, like, basis of being able to, like, judge somebody, you know? I mean, I don't think, like, it's a whole lot more than anybody else, but I feel like I can really see, like, somebody truly for who they are. And I haven't finished watching it yet, so please don't ruin it for me. But, like, I'm watching this guy, and I'm like, I don't feel like, I'm, like, in the 5th episode, and I'm like, this Michael guy, the author, I'm like, So it's about this woman who dies from falling down the stairs, and her husband's accused of killing her, and then like all this other stuff comes out about like past histories and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there and watching him and all of his interactions with his brother, with his kids, with, you know, his attorney, with everybody. And I'm like, I don't feel like we've had a sincere moment with you in 5 hours of a TV show, like 5 hours of a documentary. Like, I don't feel like there's been 1 second of a sincere moment. Like when you, I mean, he's always on, you know? Oh damn, it shut off again. All right, I'm back. I don't even know where I was when I was talking about things, but it was a good day nonetheless. And it's Friday. It's the weekend. Thank God it's Friday. I'm getting ready to pull in here and get gas. I'm gonna get a bottle of water. The sun's coming up. Way over there, it's pretty. My dad used to say to me when I was a kid, red in the morning, sailors take warning. Red at night, sailors delight. And over there, it's kind of pinkish red. It's interesting. It's like, it looks like ink, like an ink splatter. But it's pretty. And then over there, it's a little bit pinkish red. I don't know, it might be just from the light. Gas is so expensive right now. Are you guys getting excited for the weekend? Are you ready to have the weekend off and just relax? Read and watch movies and just hang out. I love the weekend. All right, you guys, I think I'm gonna get off here now. I get a bottle of water and chug it down and go back to sleep. I've had my hair appointment today. And yeah, so no deep teachings on the, I look so raggedy today. No deep teachings on the vlog today. Did you guys go watch my Peterson's channel? Yep, I'm starting that channel that I talked about. So if you haven't seen my video over there, go check out my video. I'm also doing a giveaway on my drama channel for Manny and Mua's makeup palette, his Life's a Drag palette. So go check that out if you want to do it. It's on my Instagram. And yeah, I think that's about it. And I will be back tomorrow. I love you guys, and I will see you then. Bye.